obviously we can draw some similarities from the previous showing. Obviously on Ascent last time around, I remember making this comment, Takas and Hoppy having a terrible showing against Alliance last time, but the last few times we've seen Takas on the field, he has been fragging out. So not we see a repeat of Ascent once again. Lions actually quick on this mid walk, actually bolt line all the way from A main, actually slowing that down a little bit, but both players have to default back to site here for Dfuse. Lions going to get some entry initially.
And you can see very much repping the brand right now. We have three players called Alliance, but it's XMS to actually make some work towards Takas, who has been a pretty impressive. You are very much on board the train, and Hoppy's found his place too. This is what's very scary about this Dfuse team, is those individuals. Yes, we talk about Logan, but there's a couple of others that definitely already proved that they are one of the better out there, and, well, it's not a great situation to be in a 1v3. Spike down on the site, not planted. And now, as said, the smoke wall going to keep you kind of locked in here. You want to try and walk it? You'll be pretty much out in the open, so still revealing position a little here. And then the three different angles peeking in, they're all chomping at the bit.
30 seconds left.
It actually does spot out Hoppy, but not going to matter too much. Going to keep him honest inside there. Again, a lot of mid control given up there, and straight away, again, Takas and Roden, I think, getting all the way back onto back site. Again, it just runs the clock down. It forces Alliance to move through and clear absolutely anything. And actually, Hoppy coming through with a big paranoia to slow down the push even further onto site. And when picking up 2 kills for himself. A nice recovery there after initially, you know, territory control-wise, that was in Alliance's favor.
Very much was. So, a little bit of a switch up from Alliance, kind of with that Aileen coming out right now. Just classics. It looks like actually a clean eco. No upgrades, no cheeky frenzies, nothing. They want to just play that money game as tight as they can. They do at least get, you know, a little bit of something building for them, all in the pocket, so they can walk away from that pretty, I guess, I don't know if you're happy, but you'll take it. And look for another opportunity, kind of peel away towards mid, kind of play as the pack. Look around for any opportunities that do present.
Backed up as a death ball in mid here, ready to try and overwhelm somebody. Once again, 2 on B, 3 on A for Dfuse. Alliance again going to try and walk mid. This is the second time now as well. The door's been closed, so set up here. Pretty consistent. Roden going to catch Kada on the end of his tailwind there, and actually the swing through from Takas is going to clean this up nicely. One man left standing. It's XMS. Get anything done. Akuma going to clean that one up, and a flawless round victory for Dfuse in the second.
Yeah. And I don't mind the idea from Alliance just to try and work as a collective, just stay as 5 and just try and find something. I don't think if you're with classics, maybe that range would work. But again, if the door was maybe open, they could have split through towards the site or find another way forward. But as it says, that's not too much of a problem. They were clean eco on that. So it is all about this round now for Alliance. They've got that full purchase, excluding maybe just that Bulldog coming out for Fearoth. Everyone else is pretty happy. And a big old bonus round for Dfuse. We have Spectres galore. So imagine this will go Alliance's way, sitting it towards the 2-1. But we'll see if there's anything special coming out in towards this round. Actually, a massive A stack is what's coming out.
It's actually a 4-man. They're going to contest A main control initially, deal with the turret out there. So that's going to keep Hype honest at the back of A lobby. But nothing shown initially. Roden actually going to back across to spawn, try and jump spot mid a little bit again. Would be the 3rd time Alliance try that mid walk. I'd say 2 members following this owl drone here. Takas got to be careful because the wall is dealt with immediately. Only 1 shot it though, so only 2 players noted over in B main.
Takas still has potential to do some work here. He should have been shown. No, great work from the Omen coming in. Keeps them blind, at least for 1. Now, the issue then becomes, though, Alliance have so much step towards this site. They're going to have problems here unless Roden does some serious damage, and he does. Apparently, Roden just ratting away at the back of site. You just can't get him out of these sort of positions, and XMS just caught off guard. Wrong angle, wrong time. Logan on that adjustment around on rotation, going to find him, and that was a bonus round, and they have 4 players alive. Plenty of upgrades. That is the perfect way Dfuse wanted that to go.
Yeah, literally 4 Vandal upgrades there. So the economy rolling here for Dfuse early on. Takas really the only one that has to purchase back in. And he could be dropped as well. This play from Rodent just huge. Again, the recon. Sorry, the owl drone tag just kept Kada because he was low HP. He didn't want to re-challenge there, and he has to stay put because, I mean, all the walls are paper thin on B site here. Cleaned that up nicely, and he was the one that kept a ghost into this as well.
And this is interesting conditioning from Dfuse. They're consistently putting players down here. Now, Logan gets contact. Might need to be careful now to not overstay welcome. Bear in mind, I don't know what buy we've got coming out. Kada's got very little, but I guess he can try and lean in towards having his ult, which he's not actually got now. So, does he literally just have a pistol? Yeah, so to down on the sheriffs. Again, could have opted to try and maybe get that ult if he felt that they could, but interesting conditioning from Dfuse. That double face towards, you know, A halls or the kind of A long is a pretty tricky thing to get around because you're never getting that free kind of map control, right? You're never getting that free step towards sight. Excuse me, and Takas is very present as well towards playing B. I actually quite like the Alliance were trying to pressure that mid piece there because maybe they could have split through it, but obviously this round's just kind of maybe getting your feel for things, trying to walk around, trying to get the read as to what Dfuse are bringing.
Dfuse happy to sit back though. They want Alliance to go hunting here. In 30 seconds left, Alliance going to have to commit to a move one way or the other. Actually, 4 members making their way up towards that nano swarm here, and the alarm bot goes off. It's going to give up all the information. They haven't committed through yet. 18 seconds left now. It's ticking away.
This is going to be a pretty dicey sight hit. Again, if you were trying to get a plant, maybe that's what you're going to get out of it. Kata does find Logan, so that's some success. Good work from Alliance late round here, making some great damage happen out of nowhere. Spike plant too, so this is perfect stuff. This gives them a chance, and Hype out of nowhere finds Rodent. That's massive work, and now Takas forced to invest the res on this, because you don't want to be losing to sheriffs and bits and pieces, but now just Fear Off left in the 1v2. Takas and Rodent defined, swings on one, gets it, but now 28 HP. He's got to make this one count. The time is on his side. Takas slowly progressing, but it looks like Fearoth wants a fight on this. Does he dare? He's going to. He gets the timing right as well. Impeccable work from Fearoth to take that second fight.
29 HP. Just one more shot from the Vandal. Takas there would have shut him down, but Fearoth strikes first with the headshot. A big win to put the stops on the Fusion as well. We know how the economy was coming into that. That was off a 4-man survival with the upgrades. They would have been absolute, I mean, as close to max money as you can get really in round 4 for a big win for Alliance there. And Tak has invested a revive as well. I'm not sure what else is available. Rodent still got the Hunter's Fury, but... Ooh, okay, wow.
Hello?
Okay, yeah, big aggression. This is... Okay.
So,
That's off the back of 2 rounds of them doing, like, early on looking for that presence, but... Logan actually ran back into the second one. That's heartbreaking for him, but good response to trade that back out. Rodent now, operator in hand, finds XMS in mid.
He's got to expect a second bit of pressure, but his Takas in support, good work with this. And after that mad push towards A, they've lost all information on this. So the ideal lean is, of course, towards B, but the cross being held, Baketa outdoes Akuma. Nice work even checking that cross and keeping it safe. There was an Omen towards short as well, but that doesn't matter. Now towards the Sage, obviously now dealing with the likes of Jet and Sova coming through. And the Sage on site's going to be playing this quite passive at this point. Gets the information required, and Takas is giving away nothing. He is playing this so well. The timing's a factor. He's going to get a free execution and Rodent in support. You could not ask for any more than that. Dfuse happy with how that went, because honestly, even off that initial bit of a scrap, that ult coming out, Fearoth putting up numbers there to try and ensure some sort of fight back into these rounds.
Is there? I mean, ultimately, the 1-for-1 trade. Who's talk about how it plays into the attackers' side more so. And look back over towards the ultimates. Decent progress on everybody on Dfuse, Rodent, Hunter's Fury online. Kada, Hype both have the Blade Storm and the lockdown. One Vandal in the hands of Fearoth right now, and actually the Blade Storm going to get popped immediately here. And again, this battle for A main.
Deploying drone.
Doubling down on this. Okay, Op now noted, but do they check close right? Waiting to see. It's going to be the Omen tucked in towards that corner. We saw the problem before. Now noted. Hoppy's going to have to act soon. His position has been revealed. Hype's found him, and they make so much damage happen on these eco rounds, and they're sticking this. XMS digs the deagle out of nowhere, and it's not happy sweating bullets or making anyone sweat bullets. It's XMS these days. And now 2 players stand. Takas and Akuma kind of probably a little shaken after what's just happened. Spike to try and be planted. It does go down. Time now against them. Wall going up. Takas trying to slice this map into a way maybe he can deal with. First fight he gets, but not for free. Takes some damage, but Akuma taking heads. Cat has gone down, and Fearoth can only do so much. Not able to clutch it out this time. Takas using it well in a 2v3, and they win it.
Really strange there that Hoppy's the one that has to deal with that recon bowl. He had 2 teammates, right? I'm not sure whether or not that was just a little bit of miscommunication there, but it was Logan and Roden, 2 names I hate saying together, both up towards backside there, that didn't pop the recon for Hoppy. So his position noted immediately. Kata cleans it up.
I guess. First,
One enemy remaining.
So nice you get that heal, right?
Yeah.
Fearoth good for 1, but good timing on Takas to make sure he was in a position to be able to swing wide enough to be able to support on that kill. Otherwise, look, we've already seen Fearoth clutching out once. Seeing it again could definitely happen, but we are live into this, and it is 5-1 Dfuse. Currently holding a lot of the cards here, and Alliance being a little bullied over towards A main. They've struggled to make that count. They've taken it this time, but it looks like it's been given to them. Maybe a new look coming out, but here's Kata just taking mad amounts of space. Dashing in, takes down Takas, and now once more, might get it, no, Logan, big deny from him, but they have lost a lot of that A-site control.
Yeah, giving it up, but keep an eye on Logan. He does have the lockdown, so they're probably going to be happy to play retake here. Give it up for the time being, at least. See how deep they're playing here as well. Roden looks like he might be sent up for the Hunter's Fury for the deny.
You should run.
Let's see. The attacker killjoy gets popped. The Hunter's Fury going to cancel that one out. And there you go. There comes through the second lockdown. Now actually problematic. Was that a double attack with the Hunter's Fury as well?
I think it was. I'm looking at the HP though. I don't know if the second actually connected or the first connected as much as I thought. So now I love that use of the ultimate to just kind of dissuade that hit that was coming through, and Akuma in the perfect position to catch this. The flag through middle. Oh, the 3K! Unbearably good. Just absolutely styling on them in middle, and now Luck are not feeling so lucky. Has 3 players basically staring him down. He's got to deal with the one right in front of them, sitting towards a bit of a tricky spot, and Akuma just making so much damage happen in middle.
I love that there. As soon as the lockdown's running down to the last 5 seconds or so, there's a fault line sent through to top mid, and Akuma ready to punish as soon as they swing off the back of it.
30 seconds left.
Beautiful. Just no utility as well. It's just dry peaks.
And you've got
What a
aim.
play from him.
You might as well lean into it. That's broken the money as well, but
It has indeed. And again, it was off the back of the Hunter's Fury and the lockdown being invested there. You could see they were committing to that full retake. The problem being, Alliance burnt so much utility just getting onto site. I mean, XMS popped his ult. Hype obviously invests his lockdown as well. By the time that lockdown's thrown in, they don't really have anything to push and aggress onto that. And at the end of the day, it's 4 players on the under end of it as well.
fast work towards A this time. A little pace change coming out, which I quite like. If it's not working as before, let's try a little switch up here, and it's got to release a spike plant. And bear in mind, we said the money was in the bin. This is a sheriff sort of frenzy round, so it's certainly dangerous still if it's cut towards these close quarter combat scenarios, trying to clear out corners for free, but no one presenting much. And here we go. You've got to go start working on that retake, because they're getting a little aggressive. Look at them pushing out on this one. Already 1 player going down for this. XMS did get traded in on, though, and Roden's having to take his time. That op is not feeling so comfy, and the flank coming in. Hype's done him in. That's big work coming around on this flank. This is a problem. Dfuse look lost and flustered. Just not... Okay. Okay, it must be nice to get that for free, but still, this is a round win all day long. I'm impressed again. Alliance still somehow to make some of these rounds count. I don't know how they're doing this on those kind of lighter purchases, but just the no fear approach seems to work so well.
It's so proactive in the post plan then. Again, they allow the time for Dfuse to come and, you know, get set up. They had 2 up towards Heaven, 2 towards Tree. The Rolling Thunder gets sent through by Lucka, and immediately, it was Kata and XMS that go to pinch through tree there, and even just finding that one kill, they already take control of that space as well. So it adds something else.
It looks like Alliance...
another layer for Dfuse to retake.
Yeah, and I think Alliance are playing a little step ahead here, right? So the easy answer would be, well, surely they're going to just do that again, but with guns, no, they've gone for a switch up. So Alliance now looking towards B, but we do have Logan in a bit of a dirty position. See what he does with this. His patience going to work for him on contact. Akuma will set a little bit more help into motion. Swing comes out. Logan going to have to fall off this now.
Yeah, the turret just stopping Logan from swinging off Akuma's flash. But only two players now that the flash is thrown through. Because of that wall down again, you can see the pivot from Dfuse. This round, obviously, the difference being they have full A main control, but Lion's actually going to hit the rotate here. Maybe come back towards Fearoth, try and catch the timing on this wall. And they could actually jump over it as well, but the audio cue when they drop off, there you go, it's actually expiring anyway. Wait, look at this mid-walk.
Wait!
Hoppy and Takas, how did they slip through there?
I don't know. This is a really strange approach coming out. Now, at this point, Sight is under control again. Dfuse still in the round, but out of position on this. And those late lurks through kind of short or up towards, you know, back of heaven have been a huge problem for Dfuse to handle. But Kata this time shows a bit of presence, backs away. Dangerous game, just kind of dashing through towards short. That could have been open. XMS though, and Fearoth keeping good control in these post plants now.
And both players actually all the way out heaven already. Trying to kill quickly if they want to still have a chance at this, but Luck are going to remove both players' headshots. A nice cleanup there from Alliance, actually. The swing back, I mean, the fact that two of Dfuse have managed to get so deep on mid already. Again, I understand it, but pushing top mid, I'm not so sure. I mean, if you have that full short control, can hold on to that, potentially send a flank out once the sight hit comes through. Now, actually, Dfuse back onto crappy purchase here. Ghost, 2 sheriffs, a guardian.
Hey, look, it's what worked for Alliance, apparently. So, you never know. But they have now proven, at least in towards the gun rounds as well, they have been able to exploit that A site. But we haven't seen that kind of double stack towards long that we did before. This looks like, again, a lean towards B to at least start with. Op coming out for Alliance. Doubt anyone's going to give them the play on this, keeping in mind they're with those sheriffs and ghosts, so trying to peek into that. Not ideal. Fearoth getting a little info, but not as much as maybe you'd like. Logan, I believe, tucked in towards Wine. Somewhat of a default more than anything, just trying to take at least control across the map, make sure there's no area unchecked. And Alliance continue that slow build towards B.
Yeah, it's Udon playing close by. Attacker's actually drifted away towards spawners. I'm not sure if he's actually considering that. I was going to say, I'm not sure if they misread this, but hit's actually going to come through here. No pressure on the way in, actually, but there's going to be one player TP all the way to backside, and that could be questionable. Actually, it gets cancelled altogether. Rodin catches the second blind. Alliance will take full site control here.
Now, this should be... Ooh, Hoppy... Oh, the timing's done him. There could have been a chance, excuse me, for him to kind of do some work there, but XMS taking the first fight well due to the timing. The second was a nice extension towards that CT side to make sure safety is there. Information garnered. Logan's like, cool, I guess that's my little mid-lurk gone. Wonderful. Can't really do... Wait, what? Wait, what? They saw him, right? And how is he allowed to do this?
Oh, yeah, they saw him.
What's the time like? Hold on. Ah, it's a bit too close. I honestly thought they saw him on that.
It doesn't matter. it
Apparently
doesn't matter. Oh my word, that's two of the sexiest trash kills I've ever seen.
Planted.
This was nice
Oh, is
for
it?
SMS, but yeah, I mean...
Yeah, well, it was alright.
Oh, okay, here we go. Give it in slow
alright.
motion for Hypox, some little love hearts around it.
Come on.
It's quite nice, isn't it? Okay, so now we have seen at least... Well, I mean, gun round v gun round. There have been, I think, one of the rounds Alliance won out of their 4 were like 2 full buys against each other. The others have either been them on eco or Dfuse on eco. So it's kind of a weird scenario. I want to see how this now continues. We do have, once again, an interesting hold going on. The short exchange goes down. XMS trades in effectively towards Hoppy, so that's going to keep things at least ticking. And now we didn't see that double stack towards A main. I liked that last time. I think that works quite nicely. Dfuse. Yes, it's precarious, but you have dangerous players. Send them in sometimes. Okay, Logan gonna try and tuck away. Allow Roden to take the attention then up towards Heaven. And now this is where maybe Alliance start to struggle on this, but this could help.
Yeah, actually, the Aldrone comes all the way through and gets the tag. In hell, Roden actually going to clean up Hype, who tries to push on the back of that Hunter's Fury. A decent setup there, but I'm not sure how the Aldrone's allowed to get all the way onto site. Eroth and XMS, last two standing now. Actually, okay, he damaged himself with a shock dart, and XMS creeps up and finds Logan. Takka's going to get Hoppy back on his feet, brings it back to a 4v2.
Yeah, Fearoth needs some help on this cross here, and XMS can't really bail him out from it. And look at them, just trying to chase him down on that cross, and the door is broken. XMS going to be put to task. You need to hold this angle. Keep me safe, please. And now he's lost his vision. Fearoth's in all kinds of trouble, overwhelmed, smothered. XMS can do nothing but die. Roden makes his appearance, and Dfuse once again pick up the pace here in these full buy rounds.
Last round before the switch.
Roden's at a hell of a half. I mean, you can see there, 12, 6, and 4. Beautiful round there. Again, just bailing Logan out. Like I said, it was a little weird the Aldrone was allowed to come all the way up and get that tag in hell. And it's lucky, actually, that Logan doesn't fall once again to Fearoth's Hunter's Fury. A decent recovery there. Like I said, the fact that Hype's picked up, he was trying to follow up on that Hunter's Fury, obviously. Pick up that freebie, but again, Alliance going to try and force their way into A. And same hit, the recon, the flash, the cloud burst. You get site control initially. Roden has the Hunter's Fury. Oh, Hoppy, will he swing on that? No. Again, doesn't want to give this kill up. To commit to the 5v5 retake.
Spike being planted, not being dissuaded by anything now. Door now gone.
I've just got the lockdown here. Yeah, it gets invested early here. And actually, does he manage to get it? He does get it, yeah. So the Hunter's Fury actually getting cancelled out effectively by the lockdown. Kada, I missed those shots. Hoppy cleans them up.
Okay, 4 now stand, but the time in their favor. It's going to be XMS trying to post in the corner. Look towards Heaven. Hope that crossfire still holds. He needs to be dedicated towards this and hope he has some help. But the trade just a little too slow. And now Alliance suddenly just come online. Oh, Logan! What was that?
Oh my god! Oh, Lucker's down to 31 HP as well. He just needed to land one more bullet. Oh my god. That was as filthy as the first two-piece.
Wait, I want to watch this again. Lucker did really well, by the way. But this snap. Okay, yeah, Lucker had a great closeout. Logan's so snappy. 5 to 7.
If he'd have got that third, I'd have got up and walked away.
Sometimes it's best to.
Hughes now coming onto the attacking side.
Right
Just
here.
to see what look we come out here, because last time around, Alliance, their defense, he pulled ahead, so
Enemy tag.
Dfuse tried to respond this time around. Actually might walk into Hype's trap. He did. The nano swarm goes down. Gets a little bit of damage. Actually, Hype completely unchecked. Akuma will fall.
Oh, this is lovely. Look at this.
It's a slaughter.
It absolutely is. You're not getting through this. Now, yeah, I guess Takas did a bit of work, but look at the numbers advantage. It's 3v1. You have to back away from this. XMS, Hype, and Fearoth happy. Just lock this one out. Takas maybe trying to build a little bit of suspicion of that flank through short, but they have nothing to worry about. Takas just has to try and do whatever he can possible, but you said it, that just kind of wall in front of it. As soon as they try to make it through main, just the repetition of kill after kill was just so simple for Alliance. And Takas, as I said, going to give it the best shot he can. He's got 34 seconds to play with. Wall goes up, switching out to the Ghost. 14 bullets in the mag. Going to find a fight on one, but XMS not going to let that slip.
Again, there, it's... Again, Lucka deals with the Aldons. The Hype's position goes unnoted initially, but a little weird to see. I mean, the Paranoia's thrown onto Generator as well, so I don't know why he wasn't hard cleared there. It's a lapse of concentration, but there's Dfuse going to chuck a couple of pistols back in. And it's looking to get aggressive on this B main control as well. The turret goes out, and that's Itaka swinging ahead of it. Yeah, they're going to clean that one up.
And they're going to continue to progress here as well, pushing in towards this one. Hoppy, nice shots on the first, but you are working with a lot less. I mean, look, you're ambitious, and I like that. Bit tricky to make much more from it, though. Spike now locked in towards that connector. This is going to be, again, a bit of a massacre. Alliance making light work of Dfuse. Logan, yes, will always seem to be able to put up a number or two here and there, but...
He'll always find one.
Yeah, exactly. But scoreline-wise, we are back all even. Now, again, the way the economy's gone is that Alliance kind of picked up these initial rounds and have done well off the back of it. Now, we've got to look at the gun rounds, because this is what was kind of hindering them on the first half. However, second half is a brand new side. Now, this is the bonus round for Alliance, but Dfuse did win their bonus round in the previous half. So, let's see how this now maybe changes up. But I've got to say it, XMS and Hype doing really well, starting to find a bit of form.
Or indeed, is this time around they're much more consistent across the board. I mean, last time these guys faced, it was Logan head and shoulders the rest of his team. For a slow approach. All right, again, Alliance going to try and hold a little deeper, I anticipate. Try and make use of these weapons. Kader actually getting spammed down to 28 HP. He's stuck in pizza now. He's got to be careful if this hit comes through. They're going to try and maintain this crossfire. And it's a 3-man crossfire, actually.
Ooh, the flash is excellent. Look at this pinch as well.
Beautiful.
Coming in through short, that's really well timed. And look how isolated the Omen is on the other side. Hoppy's in all kinds of danger. Now, they're actually going to back away and give Hoppy probably his life at this point. If they'd continued to pressure on that, that could have been the death of this round for Dfuse.
Indeed, actually, Firoth going to spot out one in B main, but nobody else on the Aldo, and that's why this rotation is coming out from Alliance here. Look at this. Firoth going to be left to fend for himself on B site. Like a way deep in defensive spot. Actually spots one out. Try and send a recon out. Oh, the flash is perfect. He's going to get cleaned up there. Roden swings on it. It's going to get B site. Cross to them. Lucka. They try and creep onto lane here, but... That's to deal with the alarm bot, and straight away actually gets spammed through. He's down to 24 HP now.
Yeah, Lucka feeling worse for wear after that, but keep in mind they are still on the lighter purchase, and the angles can be held a little deeper for Dfuse. They don't have to overly commit towards close range. You don't want to, but it looks like Lucka wants to get going on this, or at least give the idea of it. But can they lock this team in now? Can they cost them these rifles?
That's what I was going to say right here. You might just see them opt to play exits. Yes, they'll lose the round, but the 4 rifles off the board from Dfuse is going to be a bigger win for them. See now, try and come through. The flash actually going to try and punish. Akuma finds the first. Hype will fall. He finds the second with the weapon switch to the classic. But will they still die out? I'm not even sure actually if they can get distance. It's Kader to fall. It's so close. Look at them.
They know all too well. Look, it's the back of the pit on Inferno. Like, everyone knows where these spikes go to now. It's been worked out. Like, the explosion only goes so far. And I love the fact that Jet somehow got caught, even though it looked like they were further away. But you can see the little ping came out, and they do manage to maintain their weaponry. So Dfuse doing well in that regard, because as you highlighted correctly, I feel Alliance were playing for those exits to try and cost them those rifles, which would have been pretty valuable. I think that would have been a fair shout, but in reality, unable to do so.
Yeah, they're actually going to hit the upgrade here onto the operator. We'll get caught in this slow, so he's got to be careful if there's any follow-up utility, but... Looked like a dash. She's got a dirty angle from the top of the bot. Akas will fall in mid.
They've got to address this short issue. And I don't just mean Mitch. I mean, the point is that on short they've been having consistent problems. I love Mitch, all right? Look. The point is...
I was so blasé as well.
I know. I should have just kept going. But there's been several rounds now where that short presence has caused problems in mid. Remember that Hoppy got cornered in. Now, if they'd continued to pressure that, I think Hoppy would have been screwed and the spike would have been lost in a really unfavorable position. They're going to have to address this sooner or later. You can't just ignore it happening because, as said, that little op pick coming in, dirty. And now look at them. They have to respond in kind.
Once again, though, we're coming up to 30 seconds here, and it's effectively a 2-2 split. It looks like Roden and Hoppy might opt to come back and join their teammates on B. The paranoia getting thrown through prematurely by XMS. That's a big tool here to hold on to. Fearoth with the Odin in hand. Kato actually going to find Logan on the way in. All to do here from XMS and Fearoth.
It's a nice angle, though. He's playing with a deeper off angle they just don't expect, and this is just that experience with XMS showing. Keep in mind, they've got 8 seconds, and now it doesn't even matter. XMS, perfect positioning, just playing that really well around the smoke, knowing that they'd love to clear that boathouse, and he'd have that raptor sight, and also the support if required. So really well done to XMS there.
Really, really simple. You can see here, once again, smoke just forces them into that position, as you said. Love that. Really, really good utility usage from XMS. Dfuse now back on a force into this one. Sheriff and a Spectre and a Roden and Takas. 8-8 the score now. This is where
Scanning ahead.
I don't really want to see these force buy rounds. Ultimate-wise as well, it's only really Roden with the Hunter's Fury. Takas 1 away from the revive. Kuma, Hoppy, Logan all 2 and 3 away from their ultimates. Yeah.
That's an audio cue too.
Yeah.
Dirty
was it? Yeah, was that?
Even they were like, wait.
Yeah, wait, what?
Do you mind? But now, though, they are kind of leaning back away towards A, which I don't say is like a stack. It's a lean. You've got the Jet a little bit closer to that side. Cat is just at the back. And now with this sort of utility being shown, here we go. It's game on time. And now Lucka's got to be careful, though. He's trying to be isolated a little bit by this wall coming up as well. Forced further away. It's going to be hyped towards the side, but he's already being aggressed upon by Hoppy. He looked a little surprised that Hoppy could get there unannounced, but still, they get isolated. Now the spike should be planted. Nothing more to be done about that, but these post plants, can they play retake as well?
I mean, this is actually 2 players split very far away. You can see how deep Takas and Roden are playing this. Turret going to give away the information. Actually, Fearoth's going to find Hoppy on the way in. Pretty problematic here if they're allowed to just push out for free. And actually, yeah, Logan and Takas will fall. Akuma as well. Straight away, the numbers advantage flipped.
I don't think he can stop this. He's done the best he can. I'm surprised it wasn't a knife. It looked like they were trying to go for a cat, or at least had the knife out. Dfuse comes in. And already, Alliance showing a little bit more kind of... I feel they look a little more solid here. I've got to say, I like XMS a lot as a player. I mean, you know, I'm always a fan of someone that I've got to cast in the past, and then I get to see them again, come back around, reinvent themselves. I'd like to see a little bit more from everyone else on that team, too. 16 kills for him. He's doing very, very well. Kind of exceeding my expectations, as he is one of the, I guess, newer players to the roster, right? He's kind of trying to slot into this. But I just want to see the rest of the team have a couple of those moments. But he's playing, I guess, a great Jet right now, as well as Gada. Let's see what he can do maybe towards middle if he gets the opportunity. A bit more proactive this time.
Revealing area.
And I can't help but... Oh, okay. Yep. All 4 noted that. We're also going to try and spam out some dart damage. Follow up on that.
Woo! Did nothing, but seemed exciting. Fear of turning the flash. They've got a double stack towards Boathouse. That's a problem. What? Akuma finds 2 there? I do not know how. And even Kat is like, hold on, I can't overcommit to this now. Yeah, Rez being invested too. Takas!
Oh, no.
How are they doing this with sheriffs?
One enemy are standing.
You know what, Logan can close it out however he wants. I don't really care at this point. It's the fact they got 2 banging entries like that with sheriffs. It's a weird game, right? Like, is it just me feeling this is a bit of a weird game?
No, it is, because Dfuse actually, I mean, playing super slow in their buy rounds, and right there, like the biggest explosion we've seen from them is just a charge. It's even after all 4 of their positions noted, and the important thing to note there, 4 got tagged with a recon, and I guess Alliance were anticipating, was like, oh, well, they all got spotted, they're going to rotate away, right? Nobody else from Alliance rotated to help B. So they just got overwhelmed by Akuma, single-handedly, basically.
Scanning ahead. Shock dart.
Keep in mind, this is a little bit of a French showdown between these 2 teams. There's a fair few on either side, so we even heard in the previous game, you know, how the Swedes were trying to outdo each other, of course, and I'm sure there's a little bit of that, I don't want to say rivalry, but pretty much any French player in the FPS world, roll it back, would have known about Envy back in the day. Be it, you know, whichever team, playing against someone like XMS, you know, you'd love to get I guess that trophy by your name. You've already taken them down, but it is 9-9. There is no easy close on this. This is a longer affair by quite a substantial margin.
Indeed, Dfuse going to hit a little bit of rotate away from this. And actually, the recon into B main is going to draw XMS in. He's going to go through and challenge here. Hoppy's going to clean that up. I know it's off screen, but see on the minimap there, Fearoth threw the recon bolt into B main. It pinged nothing. And XMS decided to try and flex out there. So Fearoth now forced all the way onto backside. But once again, nobody else from Alliance hitting this rotate. The lockdown comes through. Fearoth left with it all to do once again.
Ooh, he's got.
He has a spot, yeah.
He's got a little spot at the back of sight. And yeah, Hoppy found him. It was kind of those, like, just, I'll give it a passing glance, not expecting a player to be there, but did see him in the end, and the usage of that ultimate just gave them a free plant, basically. They have sight under wraps, and couple that with the fact that, sadly for Alliance, they're down 2 players, the retake's going to lose any sort of bite to it. I like the attempt of a push-out from Takas, because we know that Alliance will like to keep their economy as humble as they could if they can lock these players in, but right now they've got to be worried about their own money.
Do indeed, which is why we see them to actually cat okay. Probably just looking at the minimap, right?
More than likely, yeah.
Try and hunt the rest of these down. Actually, Hype gonna retrieve the operator, but he's still... Okay. Akuma didn't even look like he beat that corner, and it wasn't a wallbang. Shot him in the hand, I guess. But Dfuse pull 1 round ahead. Just looking at it now, 2,700, 2,600, and yeah, 2,600 for Fearoth as well. So Bulldogs and a Sheriff.
Hi, Pork, they've answered you in chat, by the way.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm keeping my eye on it.
I mean,
it's been eating away at me.
I know. And I will just say, if any of you are surprised that the Turkish community gets behind their teams, you have not watched enough Turkish teams play. Their community, ooh, they support super hard. They are behind their players and their team. So never be surprised when they pull some mad viewers. Celebrate that. We love it. It's all part of the same community, man. It's good stuff. I'm not that insecure in my region to have to, you know, bring it up all the time. A nice factor. Something else that doesn't look so insecure, I'd say almost confident, is this op play. Posted up like this, yeah, you're jet so you can dash out of there, but that's a bit of an aggressive line to play with, so I'm kind of... if that comes through. There have been a couple of late lobby takes, I guess, towards B. It hasn't been super early, and I guess enough of that utility was exchanged, so they have to kind of switcher it out. So, Rodent gonna at least be the one to force it back. Caddis, double dip. Ooh, the double dip was a little much for me, but it keeps his life.
He will do. Down to 60 HP, actually. He's got to retreat, all the way away from that. Actually, Akas and Hoppy find themselves a 2-for-1 elsewhere. I actually have The hit's going to come through onto A site pretty
Kinda-
quickly here.
Yeah, Kata can't get to heaven in time. I think they didn't realize the spike was a little bit further back, so they could have maybe stopped this. Oh, actually, Fearoth. Again, look how deep they're committing the ultimate towards. They expected it to be deeper than it was, but here we go. Playbacking in pretty quickly at this point. They have denied the plant. But now here we go. Second time around, Akuma gonna be on towards that. He gets the support from Hoppy. Good trade though. That op coming in very useful. Eyes trained towards main. Gonna track on short, but this is still a 2v3, so tricky for Alliance to make work. Fearoth though finds one so quickly. They expect to swing from Roden, but they can't find him in time. And now Kata left in the 1v1. Takas on the other side and just walks it.
Wow. I guess there, Roden swings because he didn't expect the Kata swapped out his operator there. You can see he was very keen to find that second kill. Yeah, really, really interesting readjustment there. As soon as that pressure came through, Dfuse find themselves a 2-for-1 trade elsewhere, and I'm kind of with you. Yeah, Fearoth throwing out the Hunter's Fury there again. The timing with the Hunter's, with the Rolling Thunder as well, to just try and prevent that plant at all costs.
There we go. Look at this buy though. Guardians, Buckies, reeks of desperation at this point. Dfuse have done enough to break the money, but they still need to close this out. And look, we've seen scarier things. Apparently Alliance just double in strength when they have slightly weaker weapons.
Again though, I mean, yes, it's a scrappy buy here, it's a stack, but Fearoth.
Someone tell him that it's a scrappy buy. He's just like, yeah, no worries.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god,
push
man.
up.
Oh my god.
Oh, Logan. Of course, like, Logan checks with so much, like, conviction to the way he plays. Like, no, I know someone will be there. Most people just, like, lazily do it, but I guess the op being there before kind of reminded them there's a problem. Kata wants to play through this Guardian to hand. There's so many smokes. This is madness. Akuma waits. Oh, he's just playing catch as they all fell on through.
Dfuse. Map point. Okay. Alliance, couple of tools left. They've got the Blade Storm from the shadows, still have the lockdown. Decided to Dfuse coming into this to try and secure here and close out map 1. Hunter's Fury, Rolling Thunder, and from the shadows of their own. I don't want to see this again. I know it was a scrappy purchase in the previous, but
Yeah.
Fearoth really has been a lot of weight on his shoulders. A lot of weight indeed.
No, I very much see that. Now, Fearoth again, though, able to deliver super quickly.
Okay.
Finding Logan's a really good start, but this might feed false information. Look at where the actual hit's coming towards. Kata's better be on point all the time. No! He got lulled into a full sense of security, but Laka summons some strength out of nowhere. That is an incredible amount of impact coming through on just that aggressive lean.
So the paranoia and the Aldride XOS swings on. Find that. Again, Kata just full commits to trying to hard clear Roden behind the box. But Laka immediately bails about 2 massive wins against Akuma and Roden there. Alright, strike back. Dfuse. Economically, they should be good for the rest of the round. Sorry, for the rest of the half even. This does go 12-11.
Okay, Alliance, that's bold. They're getting aggressive, and that's the danger of it. You get aggressive, you could get caught up by that default that's been brought out. Hoppy takes a lot of damage for it. Luckily, he is right next to Sage, so we'll at least have, you know, a little top-up of health. So he'll be back to his old ways, but Kata being lost early is a bit unfortunate. No info can be found off that either. You can see Logan trying to build towards A2. You got Hoppy down coming on over. That's a big amount of info being found and a lot of site space being taken.
Let's see. Use the from the shadows to hit that rotate here. It's not going to make an awful lot of difference. Dfuse managed to get themselves in. They have the numbers advantage here. Hype ready with the lockdown. XMS going to shut down Hoppy as well, so to cancel out that man advantage. Roden, actually, yeah, Rolling Thunder gets sent through. Fearoth finds Takas, but they need to try and shut this lockdown down. You see, actually, Alliance finding all the kills here as they keep trying to aggress Roden.
They're looking to try and get rid of the lockdown. I mean, it's
That's a massive risk.
it's one thing to try and get rid of it, and I don't blame you for trying to, but they've got to have a couple of players around there. They just kind of fed into it, and now look at the scoreline.
I'm gonna say something here. Roden had his Hunter's Fury. Why?
Yeah, why not invest it?
They sent the Rolling Thunder through from, I guess, all the way back in A main, because it was intended to clear through trees so they could push onto that lockdown. But I mean, to run the risk with it in a 4v4, use the Hunter's Fury.
Bit of a fumble. I think just pressure scenarios. Now, I've got to say again, as much as, yes, Logan's had some experience in Counter-Strike, and obviously XMS has probably the most, at least between these two, they're all still relatively new to this scenario, and I'm sure the comms were manic and, a little scuffed. Certainly not infallible at this point. Fearoth just going through the motions. Not bad. Can at least keep them away for now. That's going to be Logan kept tamed.
Just around it. See, actually, as well, Alliance lean a third over towards B site. This time it's only Logan. So Takas actually gets tacked. The Owl drone. Get punished for it. Bike does actually make his way back over towards B main, so with this mid control, Takas is able to pick up. Actually, he can cut this rotation in half. Gotta be careful though. Kata's got a decent angle with that operator.
Certainly does. Kata's bit. The mid flank. Takas just walks through middle. They just didn't expect it. I don't know how he got away with it. The spray down comes in from Fearoth. XMS might just save the day. Takas is dead. Fearoth desperately trying to buy some time here. Deny the plant from going through. XMS on the site though. Spots out another. Fearoth comes in. Between the two, they might have just saved them. But Akuma now left in a 1v3. Surely this can't happen. I don't see a world where you find this. But maybe, just maybe, he could prove me wrong. Gets the first step. 15 seconds. He has to find so much more. They're both in the same place. Oh my god!
Akuma! What the hell was that? Alliance trying to force out the plant. But Akuma